Liam, thanks for joining me. Finishing off your camp in Florida and then fighting in Puerto Rico, it must feel familiar now.
Most definitely. It's a bit of deja vu, but it worked perfectly last time, so why not repeat the process?
How much respect do you think you earned from the Puerto Rican people with that win over Mateus, even though he was their guy?
Look, we've got a lot over socials. Even after the fight, the feeling was good. There was a lot of love, and I'm just hoping to win more and more every time I go there. And yeah, with the dominating performance against Hitchins.
And you took or learned from that win.
Look, it was unbelievable. We just showed the world what we knew. We said we're gonna win a title, and we just knew the grit and the heart we had, and what a better platform and an opponent to showcase that with. And yeah, it was unbelievable. But if anything, what I've taken most from that is just the more motivation now. I want people trying to take what I've worked so hard to get.
Tell me about that. The difference between going into a fight as the champion versus the challenger.
Absolutely nothing for me. Like it's a contender mentality forever. I've got more and more to achieve, so nothing's changed. Like I said, just the only thing I'm just hungrier, even more hungrier. The fire's burning more.
How do you keep that hunger? Obviously, when you're the challenger and you know it could be your only chance at winning a world title. I'm sure the motivation is easy to come by, but how do you keep it now?
Like I said, I just have that contender mentality. That's it. I see myself as a contender till the day I retire. Because there's more I can keep doing. So that's it. I just don't get comfortable, and quite frankly, I want people to try to take what's mine. Like I said, it just ain't gonna happen. It's my family that I want to set up in the future. It's a generational wealth that I want to set up for my family, give them the best life possible. So that's enough motivation for me to keep pushing forward.
Cards a couple times now in this build-up. What do you think of him?
Look, he's just a loudmouth. That's what he is. I just think it comes from a place of self disbelief, and insecurity. But look, we're a week and a half away, and the talking's going to stop. So we're going to really see where he's at.
The lack of belief in himself a couple times in that face-off with DAZN. Can you expand on that a bit more? Where do you think that comes from?
Yeah, that's just honestly what it is. He doesn't believe. He's trying to tell the world and himself that he's this big bad guy and that he's got this fact that he speaks about. But that's honestly all it is. It's a lot of jittery, nervous movements and stuff like that. You could see it. Body language is a massive thing, and especially in boxing, and you can just see he's a nervous wreck. And I'm gonna find him out. I'll the word on the streets that he's a quitter, and I'm definitely gonna test that. I'm gonna test his mentality, and he's gonna see that mine's strong as anything.
Much of you do you think the boxing public's seen in the ring? Like, I guess your last three fights have all been big wins, but how much more is there to come from you, do you think?
We're only just hitting our prime, we're only just at the start, the best is yet to come. And I just can't wait to keep proving that to the world. I've got the best coach in the world in Alfie DiCarlo, and he just sets unbelievable game plans, and just up to me to go execute them. So look, man, it's the world has seen just a little shimmer of the greatest Liam Paro, and I can't wait to keep cementing my name in the legacy books and the history books and dominating this division for years to come.
How do you think Richardson Hitchins wants this fight to look?
Everyone knows a low punch volume fight, low pace fight. Um, just a cruisy boxing match if you could. But look, everyone knows that's not me. I've got a heart of a warrior, the grit I've got, and yeah, I just love to fight. So I'm just going to take it to him. I'm going to show him that he's in a fight with a battle tested champion. That's it's going to be a long 12 rounds for him to be asking and testing his mental strength, and yeah, we're just going to see how what he's made of.
Is that where you see your advantage, I guess, in this fight, but more generally against anyone? Just that, I guess, ability to go hard for 12 rounds and eventually you'll prevail.
For sure, I'm an unbelievable boxer as well. So, but then my engine is unmatchable, and with those combined, it's going to be a hard night for anyone in the office. I come to fight. I'm willing to give my life to this stuff, and I know the risk going into the ring. So, I've accepted that, and this is it for me. This is my life, and it's to give my family a better life. So, like I said, I'm willing to leave it all in there.
Said in that face off was that you're a dirty fighter. How do you respond to that?
It's exactly like it did. He just doesn't like the heat. He doesn't like a fight. You know what I mean? He's just trying to get it in everyone else's head, and that he just doesn't like to fight. It's just simple as that. He doesn't like the pressure. He just wants to hold on and box and make it clean, pretty much like a sparring match. I can see it clear as day. But look, good luck if you think that's how it's going to pan out.
An element of trying to almost influence the officials. We saw in the Matthias fight, they were there was no leeway or anything like that. Do you think there's kind of an element of trying to get that involved again?
Most definitely. Oh, with him,
Yeah.
definitely he's trying to plant it in their heads. 100%. He's worried. That's already, that's another thing. I just see nervousness. I see worriedness. I just see a scared fighter. But look, we're like a week and a half away, and we're just going to see what he's all about. All the talking's done, and that's all I said in the lead up is just show us, stop telling us. Because quite frankly, actions speak louder than words, and I'm all action.
What's happening in the Matthias fight, basically from the first round from memory.
Well, that night I had to fight two people. You know what I mean? There was I beat two people that night, Matthias and the referee. And look, it is what it is. That's in the past now. But I believe we're gonna have the right officials. Um, Everything's gonna be fair, and that's what we want. We just want a 50-50, and the rest is up to me. And I know we're gonna get that. We got the right officials and the right people in the IBF to make that happen.
How did you feel? And how do you feel about the IBF rehydration clause? Obviously, some guys it suits more than others. Where do you think you sit on that?
I love it. You know what I mean? I'm a disciplined, true professional that follows my diet and listens to my nutritionist, so it works in my favor. There's no shortcuts here. There's nothing like that, and I've proved that. It's fine to me. It's not a problem at all. So it just comes down to my professionalism, and it shows how much of a true professional athlete I am.
You've been linked with a potential state of origin fight with George Kambosos, who is now co-promoted by Matchroom and at 140. Does that interest you? And if so, why?
Most definitely. My target's strictly locked on Hitchins and then having a dominating win. But it's a no-brainer. That's the biggest fight since Mundine Green in Australia, and we've both got very credible resumes, and we're going to square off in the near future for sure. I think 2025 is our year. God willing, I'll get the job done perfectly against Hitchins. I think that's going to happen very soon.
Match up against George.
Well, I've said it for a long time. The 140-pound division's my division, and just another opportunity to showcase that.
The names in the division, but are there any names that stand out as potential fights that really appeal to you?
Look, obviously, anyone else with the other belts, I want to be the true champ. I want to unify this division, so anyone with them can get it. Any other big names? Look, there's a guy I really want to fight that there was talks about. He called me out after I beat Montana Love, and that's Ryan Garcia. I believe his band's coming up soon, early next year. So if he can make 140, then I would happily offer him a shot at my title in Australia.
You were hoping to get this defense back in Australia initially. Is there any progress there that should you win this or in a week and a half, is there any progress there in getting you back in Australia?
100%. The talks with Eddie is, yeah, he wants to get back to Australia pretty soon. And the only reason we were back in Puerto Rico is because no one was biting, and we called upon our mandatory. We know we had to take him out sooner or later. So while we thought sooner better rather than later, and now the card matched in Puerto Rico, and I thought, why not go back to the country that gave me the opportunity to go back, God willing, win some more fans, and yeah, defend the throne and show everyone I am the head honcho here.
And just more broadly on Matchroom's plans in Australia, three Aussie world champions signed with Matchroom, and then host most Queenslanders or based in Queensland. Um, are you kind of thinking ahead to a potential blockbuster show in potentially Brisbane or Gold Coast that Matchroom can throw early next year?
Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? I'm gonna handle this fight, and then anything is possible. There's some massive opportunities to be made there. Like you said, we've got three world champions all from Queensland. So I think there's gonna be some huge things happening with Australia. As you've seen, the DAZN just signed into Australia, and the Aussie signings are just going through the roof. So it's a good time for Australian boxing. It's a good place to be, and I'm glad I'm right at the top of it.
What would it mean to be able to defend your belt on home soil and even more so in Queensland?
Yeah, it'd mean the world to me. You know what I mean? The Aussie fans are diehard fans, and they deserve it more than anyone. You know, and yeah, like you said, I'm a proud Queenslander, proud North Queenslander, so I can't wait to yeah, rep the maroon and yeah, defend the throne there too.
Have you considered the kind of state of origin implications of a fight with you and George Kambosos?
For sure, definitely. That's could run that back off the footy to the NRL state of origin, so it'd be huge. Like you said, there's the opportunity's endless, and yeah, I'm excited, you know. But going back to my fight, I got to take Hitchins out and in good fashion because those opportunities might differ a little bit depending on the outcome. But God, you will hear the words "and still."
Just lastly, tell me how this one plays out stylistically.
And still super lightweight world champion Liam Paro by any means necessary.